So this is the original iPhone SE from 2016. The SE might stand for the special edition, but I don't know why this special phone is just the same copy of another iPhone with some internal tweaks. Just like the iPhone SE 2020 looks the same as iPhone 8, this also looks exactly the same like an iPhone 5s. So what's up guys, welcome back to the channel. This is the original iPhone SE and it was released in March 2016 when there was the iPhone 6s available at that time, and this was just representing an old 2013 design. And I think these SE phones are made from recycled iPhones or refurbishing the older iPhones for some reason. But yeah, they are definitely affordable and compact flagship style phones, which is a good option for many people. So it was priced at $400 for the base model, and for the price it got the top high-end specs at that time. So it had the same A9 processor which the iPhone 6s has, and the same camera as well, and that's the reason why this is still supported with iOS 14 like the iPhone 6s. And now the price is very low, like $80 or even $50 in the used case and $100 to $150 for refurbished one. And this is just amazing how this is running the latest iOS for this price, and it's still holding up pretty well in almost every aspect. Speaking of the design, which you are familiar with, is this traditional iPhone design, and it is small, all metal with solid straight edges, and it still looks and feels very classy, well crafted design for a phone, and using it still gives an intense feel of premium and elegant phone. It is small, I mean very small, and super comfortable and practical to use. You can reach anywhere on the screen without any problem, and using it with one hand is truly a pleasure, and that might be the reason many people would be using for text messages or calls or as a backup device still. But the downside is it is pretty frustrating for media and content with such a small screen, and sometimes you will need microscope to look in and read something on the screen. So it is very small. It is 4 inches with 640 resolution and have 60.8% screen to body ratio, and you can guess how small is the screen with 60% screen to body ratio. The panel itself is very high quality, just like the 6 and the 6s, but it is again tiny by 2021 standards. It is still very usable and you can do anything without any major issue. Even you can still watch videos and media things, but it is just not fun or even frustrating. But again, some people should enjoy using it as it is very handy, and carrying this thing in the pocket is very easy. It is lightweight and have strong grip, and the small size makes it perfect in handling, and making phone calls with it is such a nicer experience, and also call quality is excellent still. But the major problem with this little guy is its battery life. It gets tired easily. I mean, the battery life is very poor, which is I think not just a very new thing for everyone, considering the battery size 1624 milliamp hour, and this small cell is just not capable of handling the iOS 14 as well. And in short, you have to charge it twice or maybe more in a day, which is frustrating to think of. But some people may be going through the day without charging twice because of good battery health and very light usage, which is not the case always. You can get up to 2 hours of screen on time or maybe a little more, and which is just not sufficient, especially if you keep a single phone. But if you keep it as your second phone or a backup device, then it is okay, I think. But overall battery experience in 2021 is terrible. So it has the same 12 megapixels camera, same as the iPhone 6s, which was one of the best smartphone cameras at that time, and this is no different. The picture quality is superb and it still takes very decent photos if given much lighting, and as always it suffers in low light, but considering the age it is still very impressive, and it should fulfill your usual picture taking needs. And this little guy can also shoot 4K 30 fps video as well. Video quality is also very good. The front camera can take pictures, but keep in mind with 1.2 megapixels, now you have to decide whether it will be good enough or not. It runs iOS 14 extremely well with A9 chip, which is a dual-core processor with 2 GB of RAM, and performance is very impressive, especially thinking about its age. I don't say it is a fast iPhone. Yeah, there is a noticeable lag in every task, but normal usage is still very supported. There is loading time in opening the apps, but overall performance is still flawless. The iOS 14 is pretty smooth, but it also drains battery as well. The phone also gets warm every time you use a big app gap or something like that. And also it is most likely not to get the next update, but again no any Android phone is running the latest software I think, except some buggy custom ROMs, and this is running the iOS 14 still, which is very crazy. So there you have the original iPhone SE or special edition I think, and I think there must be a reason for making such devices from Apple, and that might be affordability or using recycled materials or anything like that. But yeah, these devices are truly amazing, whether this one or the SE 2020. So both of these devices are very affordable and very capable. And also this one has a very good sound quality, a headphone jack, first generation Touch ID which is very slow, nice clicky buttons with a dedicated mute switch, and it is very durable as well, like dropping it will not cause any damage to some extent. And there are some touch display issues like touch not properly working or jamming sometimes, and this one also has that disease. The display also gets yellowish kind with the passage of time, but other than that this is a solid durable device. So can you still use it? Of course you can still use it, but I think as your second device or a backup device, or maybe your grandparents make calls with it with glasses on to look in this tiny screen, but I think it's not for those who have been using the newer phones now. And just how good is this old device is the main focus of this video. Like so many things have evolved since 2016 in smartphones, and this is still very modern and pretty much usable device. So let me know in the comments below if you are still using one, and how is your experience with this iPhone SE, and what is the battery life and how is the performance, etc. So that's all about the iPhone SE, and thank you so much guys for watching. Please be sure to subscribe to make 1,000 and also hit that like. I will see you in the next one.